one setup that Faros was involved with, and that was in another location in a warehouse in Vancouver, British Columbia. And if we can take a look now at some of the photographs that were taken during the time, we see the general setup of the lab space that we had rented. There's a mezzanine floor here, and above it we located a number of ping pong balls suspended from strings in order to see whether there was activity going on above a room in which the apparatus was set up. And there are the double doors into which you can look and see John's arm just there controlling some of the pieces of apparatus. Here are a number of people from some laboratories, national labs in the United States, as well as some military personnel. And there's Alex Pizarro there talking to one of the people. We are outside the lab in which some of the effects had been taking place. Unfortunately, during the time that these gentlemen were up from the U.S., the equipment did not function properly. In fact, one of its own transformers, it blew up, and we were not able to effect a successful test. However, I have some other photos here that show the inside of the lab. There's the disruptive discharge coil there, the large Tesla coil here, with the field shaping coil ball behind it, and the Van de Graaff sits up there and above, and there's the active area down there where we have placed several pieces of material, and only very slight motions were detected during this demonstration. It's another photograph from the same time, and it's a bigger overview. There's the Tesla coil, the large Tesla coil here. The small Tesla coil is just out of sight on a table back here, and there are a number of tank circuits with capacitors and inductors, and various spark gaps going on here, large masses, transformers, etc., all over the place, and a great jumble of wires which we put together, in fact I put together, based on the activity that I recorded in John's initial laboratory, which you've seen earlier in this video presentation. Also, in this photo you can see the small Tesla coil powered by the 807 triodes, and a number of ping pong balls were brought down into the active area to see what was going on. We had very good effects, including the bending of that molybdenum rod, which I showed you earlier, up until the time just before our guests arrived from the U.S. and the system blew up one of its own transformers. Subsequent to that, we also tried to involve Canadian government personnel in the latter part of 1984-85 period, and they came to attempt to witness some of the unusual effects going on, but unfortunately weren't able to stay long enough to see the effects in action. So we were stymied in a way in that we could never get a demonstration going for a number of people. To show you what the setup was in this laboratory space, we will now switch to a physical layout diagram, and over here you can see
it's a long video, folks.
Layout